Welcome to Tamagami Website Design's Tech Talk. I know I said I was going to be setting up this Nexus 7 this time, but my case came in and I wanted to go through setting that up as well as having something to hold my Nexus 7 up at a nice position. So we'll go through putting on the case. I chose the Poetic Revolution case. It's similar to the Ballistics SG Max that I have for my Galaxy S3 phone, and it's a very nice design. It's got rubbery grip, it's got nice solid protection on the outside, and good bumpers on the corners. The other cases I saw for the Nexus 7 that were available had the nice cover over top that you can use to close. It'll put your Nexus 7 to sleep, it'll wake it when you open it up. Very nice covers, but not something I felt comfortable with giving my 3-year-old the tablet to play around with. I want something that had a nice screen protector on it. This has a screen protector, it has a couple layers of protection, and hopefully that will be enough to make the difference. It also has a little flap on the back. We'll go through it as we put it on. So let's get to it. We'll open up this baby. So this is the Poetic Revolution for the Nexus, the new Nexus 7 FHD 2013 edition. Has a nice tablet on the back so you can hold it up upright. It will flip out, so it'll hold it up in this position, and so far feels pretty good. The rubber on the outside isn't quite as nice and grippy as the Ballistics is. Unfortunately, for those that are saying, well, why didn't you just get an OtterBox? OtterBox hasn't come out with one yet. Ballistics hasn't. So if you want something protective for your Nexus 7, you're going to have to go with something like this. It does have the nice screen protector on it, and it does feel fairly firm. Let's see if we can get this on our tablet. The first issue is no instructions. When I flip this open, I can see there are instructions inside. Something about warranty, which is always nice to see. But as to getting into this thing, I'm going to attack it just the same way as I had to attack the one for the phone. Usually there's an outer layer that you have to peel off, and I really hope that is the same here. Kind of surprised they didn't put some instructions in the bag. Now I've stuck my fingers in here and just pulled back the rubber. You can see the nice close-up here. I'm just using my finger to bring that rubber around. One thing I am happy about is that rubber was pretty hard to get off. That's always nice to see. There's a little flap in here for one of the ports, and another one stuck in here. If they're stuck in there good now, hopefully that means once the product is in the protective case, they'll stick in there good when we go to close it up on the Nexus. Okay, I'm down to hard plastic. Well, fairly firm plastic. It will definitely offer some protection. Not quite as hard as my my phone cover was, but I think it should be pretty decent. So now the next step. So you're doing this at home. Here's your back cover, and your front cover comes apart just like that. Little clips along the sides that hold it in place. And now we get to the Poetic brand warranty statement. Nice thing about the Poetic brand, I don't know if you can see it, but the warranty is good for 3 years. 3 years is a pretty long time for a case, and that's impressive that they'll stand behind their product. I have read some good comments on the Amazon reviews that say people have had issues with their Poetic and they've had things replaced without issue. One thing you should notice is that there is a protector on the back of the screen protector so it doesn't get scratched. You will want to pull that off. It will not look good on your Nexus if that's still on there. Once that's gone, it looks pretty clear. The end for the USB has a little tab on it, which will line up with the hole. You can see the hole here and the tab on the top of here. You want to make sure that that tab and this hole line up with our USB port. So we'll put this on here. And then try and clip everything back together. I'm going to listen for those clicks as we do this. I think I've heard all that I need to hear. Alright, cutout for the camera is here, so we want to make sure that we look and go, yep, here's the camera port. So let's make sure that lines up with the camera end on this side. And just peel that rubber back into place. You have to pull it around the corners and then just work it into the groove. And there we go. Ports line up quite nicely. And you know, they actually snap in. One complaint I've had about my ballistics is that these don't tend to really snap in as nicely as I'd like them to. This here is a cheaper case. It's a bigger case, but the little plugins work really well. And so now I can set my Nexus up like this, or like this. Of course, the big question is, what does it look like when we turn it on? You can see that it's on, and it's going to be in setup mode because I haven't turned it on yet. This is the first run, and we will definitely want to start playing around with that. So there you have it. Our initial use of this nice little tablet cover. I like the screen protector. It doesn't appear to cause any pixelation. When I look at it really close, it still looks nice and clear, and that's a good thing. You will want to work the soft backing into the speaker ports, make sure that all of that lines up really good, but adds a little bit more weight to the Nexus. That's okay. It's a fairly light device as it is. It adds more bulk, which you may not like, but it will make it nice and grippy for my 3-year-old, and it really seems to be a very nice nice design case. And there we have the this does clip in, so the stand on the back will stay in no problem. It wasn't clipped in when I got it. Overall, I like the feel of this case. It feels solid, and I feel like I can actually give this to my daughter, and it'll offer a little bit more protection. So far, seems like a good case for $30. Certainly not expensive, and certainly if this is the type of case that you think you might want, definitely worth a try.